How, excuse me, how self-neglect sabotages your visibility. So we all know that woman who walks into the room and everyone notices, correct?
Okay.
She's not the loudest, she's not the flashiest, but she's fully present, confident, aligned, and unforgettable. And you wonder, what does she have that I don't? The answer might surprise you. It's not about more experience, credentials, or the time in the game. She's not hiding behind that silent confidence. And she's not neglecting herself. There's a silent confidence killer no one talks about, and it's called self-neglect. And it sabotages your visibility more than you realize. So let's start with what I mean by silent confidence. Silent confidence shows up as, I'll just stay behind the scenes. How many of you have done that? I'm not the type to speak up unless I'm asked. Or I don't need the spotlight. I'm just here to help. Do you see yourself in any of these? It looks composed on the outside. However, on the inside, it's hesitant. It second guesses, it shrinks, and it waits. And when you wait to be seen, you give your power away instead of stepping into visibility. You start blending in instead of standing out. And you become that best kept secret in the room when you should be the powerhouse everybody's drawn to. So let me give you a picture. We've all built that house, that killer house that we've always dreamt about. The outside is stunning, perfectly curated, and has gorgeous details. And it looks like everything is together. But what happens when someone walks inside? The energy is off. The lights are dim. The warmth is missing. And you're wondering why. Because you've been so busy maintaining that exterior of your home, you forgot to care for the inside of you. Your voice, your passion, and your purpose. You've been showing up looking confident, but feeling depleted, disconnected, and invisible. We wear busyness like a badge of honor. And I can't say that enough. Every time I turn around, I hear, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. Oh, I've been so busy. What have you been up to? I'm busy. But we wear that like a badge of honor, don't we? We serve everyone else, our teams, our families, our clients, but we don't put ourselves first. We put it last. But I'm going to say something you might not often hear. Self-neglect isn't selfless, it sabotages. Because every time you ignore your own growth, your own visibility, your own presence, you're reinforcing a message, not just to others, but to yourself, that you don't matter as much, that your voice isn't as important, that your leadership can wait. And what does that cost you? It costs you missed opportunities, unspoken ideas, and unseen potential. So how do you break that cycle? You flip the switch. You stop hiding behind being nice, humble, or quietly capable. You start leading with presence, not just polish. You choose to be seen, not for who you think people want you to be, but for who you already are when you stop holding back. Now, this isn't about ego. It's about ownership, owning your own energy, owning your value, and owning your visibility. So let me ask you again, where are you shrinking when you're meant to shine? Where are you putting yourself last and calling it being selfless? And what would you change if you allowed yourself to stop blending in and start leading out loud? Because the silent confidence killer is real and it shows up as burnout, invisibility, and playing small. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to win. And here are some small little things you can do to flip that switch today for yourself. First of all, put yourself first on your calendar. A lot of people neglect to do this, but blocking off time on your own calendar for you first when you get up in the morning. Do your meditation, your praying, your journaling, your walking, your time to yourself. Before you get on your computer, before you start doing all that busy work that you do. This is for your growth, your voice, your visibility. That's not selfish. That's strategy. Number 2, check your reflection, not your mirror, your message. Ask yourself, is this the way I'm showing up matching the message I want to send? If not, you want to shift that because you want to align your presence with your power. Third one, speak up before you're ready. This was hard. This is very hard for women. This was hard for me at one time too, is speaking before I was ready. I wanted to be ready, and this perfectionism will kill you. Visibility doesn't wait for perfectionism. Share your ideas, join the conversation, raise your hand even if your voice shakes. Upgrade your environment. Surround yourself with people who see your brilliance and reflect it back to you, because confidence grows in communities. And when you're around great people and great people appreciate you, your surroundings are going to be so much better than they were before. So upgrade if you notice that's not happening. Excuse me. Commit to being seen. Not someday, not when things slow down. Commit now. Because when you stop neglecting who you are and stop dimming your power, when you own your visibility and you don't just enter the room, you elevate it. You were meant to be the best. You weren't meant to be the best kept secret. You were meant to lead out loud. So take the first step, flip that switch, and start showing up like a powerhouse you already are. Thank you for having me today.
All right, thank you so much, Dawn. Appreciate
You're
your
welcome.
contributions. What an amazing description. I mean, you're right. You know, we're so busy, we don't have time to look and reflect, which is amazingly important to reflect and see the value. But at the end of the day, it is the reward. You know what we're able to get done. I applaud you for your and evaluative. So you have a book, right? Can we see it? You know, you
No,
don't?
I do not.
Okay,
No,
well, we need a book.
not a present book. I do need a book, and I
Okay.
am working on it. Thank
Okay,
you.
very good, very good. So
Yes,
please,
hopefully by the end of the year.
okay, very good. Stay close. And when you do, and when it is ready, and please come back and share with us. And I know I have some questions for you. Let me move, try to describe and let speakers who signed on for us have a moment, please. So our next speaker is Fabian. And
Yeah.
Fabian,
One sec, we're having a technical difficulty.
Okay,
Just give it a minute. My
okay.
computer is resetting.
Okay,
So y'all can just talk for a minute.
Uh-huh.
Breathe.
Okay. Okay.
All right. My computer has frozen. Hold
Okay.
on. It'll come back. Just
Okay.
give it a minute.
So
Yeah.
while
Doctor-
that's happening, you can proceed, Fabian. I think it's just a visual from here.
No,
So
I can't hit the record.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay, Fabian, you can proceed if you want to. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get Daryl on at the same time. So hold on. My computer just froze.
just-
Yeah.
okay.
Give it a minute.
Let's see here then.
Well,
This is important.
Fabian
What
can
great
continue.
dialogue.
Fabian can continue.
Okay. Please,
Well,
go ahead, Fabian. It's
well, there's a
go
yeah,
ahead.
there's a lot of noise, so I'm going to wait until it's clear,
Okay, very
if you
good.
don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. Give it a 30-second stretch. No noise. I am going to phase out all matter of fact from here. Okay, let's see what we got here. It's resetting itself, our system here. I should have a backup. But up till now, while it does that, we can still talk and we have live time. And so that means that I'll have to come back to Don and talk about the questions that we have for her.
Perfect.
Wow. So what are some of the obstacles relative to us? I mean, I know at time we're trying to squeeze 10 pounds of flour in a 5-pound bag, you know? Yeah.
Yes, so true.
Yeah, and we're trying to get so many things done during the course of the day, and the process of us communicating with so many people over time. That's not an easy proposition, but it is one that we have to adequately. Because I mean, if you don't take the time to refuel yourself, then I think that it's like the observations, observations and our interactions, because it's our personal interactions that I believe give us the fuel we need. I mean, it's our family and interactions with them, our loved ones, and our friendship relationships that gives us the positive power, and also our health. Those are critical elements that we have to sustain this existence. And somebody said, okay, and I believe it, that when yeah, how you feel about yourself, big deal, which inspires, of course, how you look, and then how you look, gives us the indications of what we can do, and that is said like this: when you feel good, when you look good, okay, maybe it's what I'm saying it the wrong way. When you feel good,
Sure.
you do good. And when you do good, when you feel good, you look good. And when you look good, you do good.
Okay, everyone, I'm so sorry. This is I'm having a problem with Zoom. So what I'm going to do is, I'm very sorry. I'm going to have to ask you all to log off and log back in. I'm going to have to turn off my computer. I'm really, really sorry about this, but let's just log back and log back on. Okay, thank you.
Beverly, stay
I
on.
can't
Hold
help
on,
it.
hold on, listen.
The computer.
You're going to like my talk. I want to talk to you, Dr. Beverly.
Elizabeth, I didn't clearly hear what you said. You wanted me to log off or not? I don't know if I'm muted.
Very good. Everybody's back on. Yay. Fabulous. Everybody's back on. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what I'm going to do is so much for Dawn's training on Zoom. All right. Hold on. Here I'm back on. I have a lot of seniors and I was trying to get Daryl onto Zoom and it interfered with my Zoom. So just thank you for your patience. Elton,
Okay.
okay, hold on.
That's my fault.
Okay, 1 second. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Dawn, I'm going to make 2 people the co-hosts so that if my video goes off, we don't have to log back on. I'm going to make Reginald a co-host. Reginald. Okay. Okay. So now if I go off, we have co-hosts. So we should be okay. All right. So let's get Fabian back on. Okay. So Fabian, I'm going to let you just introduce yourself and then you can do your little talk. Okay. Are you ready? Any questions before I hit the record button? Okay. I
No,
thank
good.
you all
Thank
for
you.
being so generous and patient.